Elliot, Ricky, Internet Today. I've always wanted to react to these guys, but the content's so long and I don't want to just rip their whole video. So I only rip half of it with the headlines from around the world. Let's get into it.
All right, now let's get into the weirdest, craziest headlines from around the world this week, starting with...
Posing like American farmers is the latest trend among Chinese influencers.
Huh? We do love our farm culture here.
They, I guess apparently previous trends in just the past few months.
It's a trend.
Has been going to the one Costco location in all of China, which is in the middle of Beijing.
Okay.
And like dressing like American influencers. And
bro, that shit looks legit. That looks American as hell. I like this dude over here with the shorts and the Yeezy slides.
Taking your picture in front of it and posting like, just here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, I have seen that.
West Coast life.
I have seen the impersonating as if you're in America stuff, but I haven't seen, is that what they're trying to do with this as well?
Yeah, and then the other one was the American high school trend where they dress up like characters from like Clueless, basically, like American high school movies that have made it over there. And I guess they don't have lockers in Chinese high schools. The only place that has similar lockers is IKEA. Has lockers to put your like bags in. So they go down to the IKEA and
bro. Dude, this is so weird. It's so
pose at the IKEA like locker stalls, pretending like they're taking their books out and like,
excuse me, you guys can't do that.
On my way to class.
Look, this is goofy as hell, but everyone does that here too. They rent out fake planes.
Yeah.
There's an entire studio that's not too far from like the Burbank airport that is literally built for Instagram influencers. There's a plane. There's.
Well, it wasn't built for that. I worked on a student film that filmed there, but
my bad, Elliot, my bad.
They're making a great side income on.
Yeah, because they have like a 5-star.
Where's that Ricky? Honestly, I don't know. I get their names confused. I've been watching these guys for like 5 years now, and I still just get their names confused.
Luxury suite thing there, and you can like slide any background you want in and out of it. It's crazy.
When they film scenes in movies that take place on planes, they're not actually in the air.
Oh, did you know that?
What? Blew my mind.
Everyone?
They're actually just on the ground.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I honestly never really thought about it. Of course, they're not filming in the sky, right? I thought it was just a big plane and a green screen, but when you're watching the film, you don't think about it.
But yeah, this is similar to those.
I don't know no cowboy that dressed like this. This one is passable for like whenever people dress up and they go to the pumpkin patch in November or October. This is passable. But this, I ain't never seen no cowboy like this before.
Was it Polish people dressing up like Americans?
I've also never seen a cowboy dressed up like this before either.
For that, like,
it's good, but he's missing the boots.
Weird LARPing thing.
Oh yeah,
like the small town America LARP.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always funny to see how like other countries like perceive like American culture. Is like, okay, do your best American impression. They're like, here I am on my farm with my hat and my hay.
It's me, Arthur Fonzarelli.
Yeah.
Hey.
Every time.
Yeah. So
living in Asia, the only thing they know about America is California, Texas, New York. That's it. That's it. That's everything.
I don't know. And I guess enjoy it while we can, because in 10 years it's going to be our kids impersonating China's influencers, trying to be more like them. They're like, this is totally me in Shanghai.
Yeah.
I believe it.
So end of an era, yeah. Herschel Walker blames wife's awful genes for son being an ugly baby.
Damn.
And that son he's talking about is, of course, Christian Walker.
Yeah.
Who he said, this clip's from like years ago, but someone found it recently, but he was talking to a room full of like Marines or something.
Okay.
Telling this like long-winded, every anecdote this guy says is like Grandpa Simpson describing tying an onion to his belt. Like, I don't know what he started off talking about. I don't know if he brought it back to any sort of point, but he was talking about how when his son Christian was born, his head was weird shaped because his wife's genes are bad. And so every night Herschel would massage his son's head into more of a normal shape, and he was successful at it because Christian's head turned out normal in the end.
Cool, a totally normal story.
You can do that?
that normal dads tell
Yeah, we should put this man in the Senate so he can tell these kinds of stories
during a filibuster.
in the congressional right.
During
Yeah, this
the
man, that's why they
filibuster.
want
King of
him.
the filibuster.
This man can filibuster like none other.
Yeah.
He can just talk and talk and talk.
We've cracked the code. We know why
Holy
he is being.
shit! That's why. Yeah.
Just get Herschel up there to tell one of his wacky long stories that don't go anywhere.
Got it.
But it is kind of funny that this exists because it shows he can be like, no, I've hated my son for a long time.
I hated my son long before I found out
I said he was ugly.
gay.
I said he was ugly years ago.
If this is your first time seeing internet today, do not take what they say super literally. Especially this one with the beard. The beard guy is the funny guy. Be careful with what he says. He says some outrageous things.
Yeah.
So
Christian Walker's been laying low since the election. I can't wait for him to come back. It's dark Christian time
yeah,
because he was with his dad for a long time, and then he finally hit a breaking point where he now he's still extremely conservative. He obviously
I think he's just
can't
hedging his
leave that
bets on
behind.
how the runoff goes. I guess.
But he has thrown his dad under the bus, and his dad has thrown him under the bus. So very excited where Christian Walker goes next.
What a great
Yes.
family.
Over 1,000 pounds of marijuana vanished in India. Police are blaming hungry rats.
Where'd he go?
I mean, rats they do be hungry.
Could be rats. That's a lot of weed, though.
1,000 pounds of weed. That's like a
where'd it
room
go?
full of weed.
Yeah.
I would assume
Those rats probably didn't go very far.
It
I'm
had to be unattended for a very long time, but
sure they're right around the corner.
I would assume the amount of poop that eating 1,000 pounds of marijuana would generate would be noticeable.
a lot.
You'd smell it. You'd be able to be like, what's that horrible smell? Oh, it's the rats eating some of the marijuana. You wouldn't discover that all 1,000
what
pounds.
smells like skunk and shit?
Yeah. So if you ask me, these cops are lying. The weed either never existed or they sold it.
Yeah, I was gonna say even like the idea that they stole, distributed it, and smoked it themselves is unrealistic.
Yeah, it's But I love the excuse.
Probably sold.
Yeah.
Your Honor,
Resold.
these rats. You've dealt with rats before. Well, imagine
They'll eat anything.
a couple hundred rats.
A
Yeah.
couple
Yeah,
hundred.
I mean it's a good excuse.
No.
Where's the proof?
How you gonna? Yeah, prove me wrong.
Yeah.
Blind man fined for colliding with car while drunk on bicycle.
Well,
You ever get so drunk that you think you can see things? Well, that's what this guy
Oh my
got so drunk he
God.
thought he could see things, which he hasn't been able to do for a long time.
this is obviously extremely dangerous and should never be done under any circumstances.
I bet it felt so cool.
But
Do not trust what he says. This one right here, he's the bad egg. He is the bad egg.
at least he was on a bicycle and not driving a car.
Well, I mean, with a bike, you get on it sort of like a car, especially the cars these days. Too many buttons, you don't know where anything is. The bike, it's like riding a bike.
Ding, ding, ding!
So,
Here I come.
Yeah,
Dude,
I bet he
these guys
felt.
are-
It had to have felt cool for the brief moment before he collided with a car, because they got the wind. It's like that. It's like that '90s movie City of Angels, where spoiler alert, Meg Ryan, she's just so happy with her boyfriend Nicolas Cage that she's biking down a hill and closes her eyes for seemingly like a whole minute and dies by getting hit by a car. That is a main plot point of that movie.
It gets crazy.
That is not a comedy. It takes itself very seriously, and the main character dies from riding a bike with her eyes closed for like
Spoiler
a very,
the
very
movie.
long time.
As someone who has gone away from the city streets and into the mountains because of multiple horrific interactions with cars, don't fucking ride drunk, everyone watching.
Got
Yeah,
it.
you're also like, as much as you think, you're like,
Dead sober, you are about to get killed at every point.
yeah, just don't do it.
Yeah, so having any lapse on your reaction time, like cars are already trying to kill you. This guy's lucky that he just got a fine.
So next time this blind man should try biking sober, is what you're saying.
Yes. Yeah.
Give it another shot.
No, because you can ride without hands and eyes. You just use the echolocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh my fucking god! Why did he?
Hands and eyes. You just use the.
Oh, this is why this is my favorite show on the internet. Oh my god, I watch these guys pretty much every episode, every night. These guys are hilarious.
The echolocation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's see it.
He's probably not even really blind. He's just blind drunk.
That's right.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
San Francisco police propose using robots capable of deadly force.
That's not a good idea.
Wow.
Well, that's
At all.
they've really tried everything, haven't they?
I love this headline because it once again demonstrates the truth about San Francisco, which is not that it's some fucking like woke hippie like utopia or whatever they're trying to paint it as. It is a hellscape. It is a dystopian city that literally wants homeless people to die.
Yes.
And will
They'll do it in needlessly mean ways.
Yeah, like, you know, they would be the first city to deploy a RoboCop
Yes.
and do it wokely.
Yeah, and admit it as much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think for now they're just like they wanted to authorize the law. So like, you know, if there's ever a way to use a robot to use lethal force on a criminal so that it doesn't put an officer's life in danger, that's the only time we'll use it.
Sure.
Well, guess what? Cops say their lives are in danger all the fucking time. Every situation they find themselves in, their lives are in danger.
life's
So
in
you just
danger.
authorized
Get a new job, coward.
RoboCop, basically. Very cool.
We need more cops that are always in the gym. They're buff as shit, and if they feel like they're scared, they punch a motherfucker, not just shoot them. We don't need no more fat donut cops shooting everybody.
Very excited to see where this goes.
Well, that way they can dial in the exact amount of time that the robot can step on someone's neck before it becomes a problem.
Yeah. The only saving grace here is good luck getting up them hills, robots. San Francisco, not a very flat city. Gonna be tumbling down those streets.
Well, now that the cops don't have to walk up them, they're going to get even doughier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm.
Brazil's reclusive Bolsonaro has a skin infection, cannot wear pants.
Man, this guy's health.
He's a medical anomaly.
He's the sickest man to ever live, much less rule over a country.
He must just love doctors and hospitals because, like,
I like their president.
it just seems like he's constantly finding things wrong with himself, but I don't know, it's weird.
It's very weird. He's the sickest man who ever lived.
If he's away from a hospital too long, he goes to an emu farm.
Yeah, bite me. Come on. I want to know how it feels again.
I never know if they're serious.
But yeah, he
or
lost.
not.
I don't know if we mentioned that. He fucking lost.
Oh,
And he did concede eventually.
Oh, did he?
I
Finally?
believe so, yeah.
I think so. Maybe that was more recently, but this article when it came out, they're like, yeah, he made like one speech, kind of like acknowledging,
Oh,
but like
okay, maybe
not,
that was it.
not actually conceding. And he's like trying to do the Trump stolen election thing, and like a lot of his supporters are getting into it, but it's just like it doesn't have the same momentum that it would up here.
Well,
like,
and it's hard to like rally your supporters when you're like seeing a doctor about a skin rash that stops you from putting pants on.
Right. Yeah.
Like, are we sure this is the guy we want to rally around and fight for us?
Yes.
The guy who cannot wear pants?
People are
Yeah.
crazy. Yes.
But yeah, the whole like stolen election thing, it's like Rio de Janeiro looked like the night they announced the results that Lula da Silva had won and Bolsonaro had lost. Like, I've never seen a city like that fucking happy.
Okay.
It's like, oh, you're gonna
That's
come
good.
out and say like, oh, this is all fake. Yeah, sorry, you can't.
Yeah.
So
I mean, Brazil does know how to party.
they do know how to party.
They do.
I wish this World Cup was back in Brazil instead of in Qatar.
Ew.
No, they do not know how to party in Qatar.
They don't.
Except for that weird, did you see that English guy who's like, we went looking for beers, and then this sheik pulled up and we got in his Mercedes and he took us to his palace and hung out with his lion.
Meanwhile, like, everyone's like, can't say that. You won't be invited back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at least they didn't say the sheik's name.
Yeah, well, I don't know, it was Muhammad something.
Mom.
that really
That's what they
narrows
would
it down.
say. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't been watching much. It seems pretty boring, the coverage, and nothing really. I'm just waiting till it gets a little more exciting.
Yeah, I'm waiting
is all.
until the group stage.
Yeah, right now I'm at I'm protesting the World Cup.
Yeah,
But because it's
The
not.
World Cup is still going on. I thought, how long does the World Cup last? Like 2 weeks? This shit's taking forever. No, it's been longer than 2 weeks, right? I don't know. I don't care about soccer.
possibly support such a
But FIFA is fun. If you guys get FIFA, that's a fun game.
such an event that I care about human rights, and that's why I'm skipping the
Sure.
qualifying stage of the World Cup.
Yes, only the
Sure.
finals.
I'll be tuning into the rest.
Of
but
course,
the
yes.
qualifying stage.
Sure.
It is cool that America is officially equally good at soccer as England.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh,
it's
we made
official.
it. Let's go.
England
baby.
is just as good at soccer as the United States.
Let's go.
And we're just as good as they are.
It'll never
Let's go.
change.
Yep.
In fact, we might get better.
Honestly, I thought we fucking sucked except for the U.S. women's team, man. The U.S. women's team, they hard as hell.
Yeah, sorry, England.
Now that LAFC is the MLS champion,
Yeah.
we have even more to prove now.
Well, most of our players play for other countries, though, right?
They do?
Shh.
Anyway.
And sure, most of like England's players come here to retire and play for our teams
Sure.
because it takes no skill apparently if you're a soccer player.
Well, damn.
But whatever,
Yeah.
we're still just as good.
We are equally good.
Mhm.
Anti-woke bank shuts down after less than 3 months. All these banks, they're too woke. All the
What's an anti-woke
social
bank?
justice banks, like Bank of America, always with their blue hair, blue check mark. They're
So what, if like a trans person comes in, they just won't serve them? That's not good for business.
they're always they're using their pronouns.
Goodness.
Fucking Wells
I
Fargo.
can't think of anything more communist
yeah.
than
Banking.
banks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is I've read about this a bunch of times over the last couple months as it became a thing and became not a thing.
Okay.
I don't know what they see as too woke in the traditional banking sphere. The only like actual example I could find is that a lot of the banks have taken on like responsible governance initiatives where they're like trying not to invest their holdings too much in like oil and gas companies. Like they're trying to invest more in like green energy and stuff like that. But like
How's
that's
that
the only
working
thing.
out?
But
Well, they want to be part of an exclusive club,
right.
And
This was the freedom phone of banks. Like,
yes, exactly.
all the same grifters, like Candace Owens, Peter Thiel, they all got behind and they're like, finally a bank for real Americans. But like, I don't see, it wasn't any
Real
different
Americans.
from what the other banks did. In fact, what the other banks did actually worked. What these people built couldn't last more than 3 months.
Well, the good thing about this one is you didn't even need a password. You just had to type out the N-word to log in.
That's right.
Yes.
Oh, this
Nice.
guy gets it.
Yeah. Welcome.
Nice.
Because if they're woke, they would never write that.
Exactly. It keeps people out.
Right.
They'd
Exactly.
malfunction.
Yes.
So, yeah.
And that's why it's shut down.
Remember what I said. Don't take what they say literally.
you don't need to store your passwords. You just
Mhm.
type the N-word.
That's after the midterms. Everyone's like, I can't really type the N-word anymore. Seems like the party isn't the same as it was a week ago.
I'm just not feeling it anymore. I used to love typing the N-word and then just
You grew out of it.
kind of lost its fun. It used to be so fun.
Everybody else is doing it.
Lawyers debate whether Nazism led to Holocaust as Montreal hate speech trial resumes.
Nazism led to the... Oh my God.
Got to take this back to first principles. So, listen, Your Honor, my client
What came first,
has,
the chicken or the egg?
said that the Holocaust didn't happen, but if it did, it would have been awesome. And what the prosecutor needs to prove is not only that the Holocaust happened, but that it had anything to do with Nazis. I mean,
I don't see how.
there's a lot of assumptions going into the court's argument here.
I don't see how. This
I mean, I've heard of the Holocaust, I've heard of the Nazis. What's the connection?
Yeah,
You gotta
yeah. The peanut butter or the jelly.
prove it,
Yeah,
or else my client is innocent.
Well,
I rest my
eye-opening to
case.
everyone in the court, I guess, to have a wonderful historical retelling of,
Can you
well,
prove it?
you know, maybe someone will learn something, I guess.
The world's longest trial. It's going to be like years long while they go through all the records. And
Yes.
like, okay, we fully concluded that not only are you guilty, but also that the Holocaust happened and the Nazis did it.
I guess
I'm
we
glad-
close the book on this.
Yeah, 'cause
Immediately another
think
hate
of
crime
that,
happens.
yeah.
Yeah.
oh, geez, we got to do the whole thing over again.
Well, after a couple times, they'll really get it dialed in to where they'll be like, 5 hours, we'll have this trial done.
yeah, streamline it.
Yeah, and we'll record it for the Canadian Broadcast Channel so everyone can watch it and understand.
That would be good.
Yeah. Your Honor, aliens built the pyramids. And that is the extent of my historical knowledge.
Unless you can prove otherwise.
Yeah.
Fisherman catches 67-pound goldfish.
What?
This thing's a fucking monster.
What?
It was 3 months since the local county fair.
Bro, that's a big one. Holy moly.
And this
I
pond
didn't-
is
like,
full of them.
I knew that goldfish could grow
Like
a
this
little,
big, I
a
thought.
little bit bigger depending on the size of the cage. This one, massive. Biggest fucking goldfish I've ever seen in my life.
Does it even resemble a goldfish?
Yeah.
That thing looks like a freaking giant snack. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
really?
It's still gold. Like
It's
I-
just larger?
so
Gold.
goldfish are literally just carp that the Chinese bred to
Uh-huh.
be small and gold like thousands of years ago.
they're
They're
orange.
designer fish.
Like pugs?
Yeah.
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 And yeah, I thought that I'm like, oh, maybe once they get bigger, they lose the goldness. Oh, this fish is fucking gold.
Wow.
So
Damn.
very cool. So it's almost a shame that he had to catch it. Imagine how big it could get if you let it let it stay out there.
Let it keep growing.
Just put it in a
bro.
gigantic
What could go
cellophane
wrong?
bag and take it
The
to try to
biggest
return
bag
it.
ever.
Yeah, try to return it somewhere.
Biggest bag ever.
Take it to the Pyramid Bass Pro Shop.
Yeah. I'm unsatisfied with my
Pro shop.
goldfish purchase. I'd like to.
I'm gonna need a forklift to get it out of the back of my truck.
Final headline. Menacing wild turkeys, led by Kevin, are taking a New England city for themselves.
Okay, is
Kevin?
Kevin a human or is it Kevin McAllister or is Kevin the turkey?
Kevin is the leader of the turkeys. He is
a turkey though.
he is the bad turkey.
Okay.
But Kevin is a bad influence on the local turkeys. According to these people in this little Massachusetts town, they're like, we used to coexist with the turkeys. We had wild turkeys all around. It's New England. Everything was fine. And then Kevin came along, and Kevin's been amping up all these other turkeys, getting them all riled up. And now, people share like photos and videos. They're like, they go to their front door to try to like leave their house, and there's just Kevin sitting there, and like they can't leave because if a turkey will fuck you up.
Yeah,
If you
maim
let
you.
him. If a turkey's mad at you, they will fuck you up. They've killed people.
If it's life and death, yeah,
Imagine getting killed by a turkey. Oh my goodness.
I could take a turkey. But if I'm just going about my business and get randomly attacked,
Yeah,
Could be painful.
if you're not ready for it, they can hurt you. But yeah, like they'll pull over, park their car, and they can't get out because there's a fucking turkey right outside, like giving them mean mugging them, and it's all
What
Kevin's
you gonna
fault.
do about it?
so did they like do like a hunting thing for Thanksgiving or what?
No, I don't know if they're allowed to hunt these turkeys.
Wow.
They
I
should-
don't know what the
You definitely need to reevaluate that situation if they're over there terrorizing people.
rules
They
are.
should be like, okay, one time we're gonna let you kill Kevin.
Just a picture of Kevin. You may hunt turkeys, but only this.
Wanted.
Only
This
this
was
turkey.
yeah.
And
I had a
yeah.
turkey for Thanksgiving that the family raised and slaughtered and cooked.
Yeah,
That's
you were staying at
horrible.
Zuckerberg's house.
Yes. Over at Mark Zuckerberg.
It's
No, but they
doubly
named
delicious.
it. They named it too, and its name was Ken.
Ken.
Yeah, and they were referring to it by its name while we were eating it.
See, that's weird. Like
fucked
if I'm
up.
I thought it was kind of cool.
if I'm raising an
Of
animal for
course.
the express purposes of eating it, I'm not giving that fucker a name.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
That's something I do for pets.
Yeah.
Animals I want to have a
Well, it
personal
was their
relationship.
pet.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get that.
Now he's the bad egg. You see how it just switched?
There would be no affection between me and an animal I plan on eating. I don't want to forge bonds here. I
There
didn't
you
come
go.
here to make friends, and neither did they.
I
Yeah.
think maybe after the first 2 or 3 times, you might be like, you might be in some kind of mutual agreement that it hasn't agreed to, but
I think that's some freaky kink stuff. It's like, oh man, I love you, Billy. You're the best turkey I've ever raised. I gotta kill you now and eat you. Man, we really miss you, Billy. Man, you taste delicious, bro. It's on some kink shit.
you have where it's like, I'm gonna be cool with you.
I
for
would
like
I would respect
Yes,
the
of
animal,
course,
obviously, but I wouldn't be friendly with the animal. That would be weird.
yeah.
Especially,
Kevin
especially
was
if
or
I
not
had
Kevin.
kids and stuff, I wouldn't want them getting any weird ideas and feeling weird about me murdering Kevin. In a
Ken
few
was
months.
delicious,
I'm sure he was.
succulent, juicy,
That's a freshly killed, not frozen.
Ken was
and
juicy.
taken wonderful care of.
Yeah,
Very focused on.
That's good.
Yeah.
I would treat the bird right. Obviously, I'd want him to have the best life. But I would not make friends with the turkey.
You're giving that bird specifically the best turkey life probably possible outside of, running
Yeah,
a troop of turkeys wild in New England.
but we're not going to be on a first name basis.
Yeah.
You are my prisoner. You are my future Thanksgiving dinner.
They did say he took the blade well, like he didn't expect it. Because why would he? The family loves me.
Well, that's damn.
That's worse.
Damn.
Hey, but look, if you can't slaughter your own food, you have no business eating it.
I guess. I'm sorry I didn't slaughter the
Fish that you ate.
the Alaskan salmon that I had for my Thanksgiving dinner, because fuck turkey.
Oh,
Next year, I'll go up to Alaska and get that salmon myself.
I think you should.
he doesn't like turkey. Salmon's
Yeah,
good.
I think that's
but
great.
Because I could go down to Santa Monica and catch the whatever fish they have there, but it would poison me and I'd probably fucking die.
Yeah.
Yeah.
most
You want to
likely.
eat fish, you can't get them
Don't
down
swim in
around
that
here.
water.
Also, it's possible to do both. I've been trying to eat more vegan food. Obviously, I had the turkey. But that's the thing is my dad brought it up when I was home too. He's just like, oh, I thought you were vegan. It's just like, why can't I just be better?
Yeah.
Can I just be better about eating meat? Eventually I'll get there maybe.
People are so weird
Maybe.
about that.
It's like either off or on. It's so
Yeah.
strange.
yeah.
I guess I get it, but also if you're doing a little bit better, you should feel good about that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
people don't allow you to. So if you're trying, I feel you're doing a great job.
Well, anyway.
Yeah.
I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving.
I'm sure it was wonderful,
I didn't
and there were
do
no
anything.
arguments over the dinner table, and everyone just enjoyed watching Paula Abdul
Cool.
Dance on that float.
My favorite meme from Thanksgiving, it's just a stock photo or whatever of a guy like eating. It's just like me during Thanksgiving while my uncle explains Elon Musk and Twitter, a topic that I have like vociferously
Been involved
devoured
in,
for
yeah.
like the last like 3 weeks.
Thanks to you fuckers. Damn, always talking about Elon and Twitter, but hey, great video, guys. Great video. That was fun. It's very good to just sit and watch and react as well to the headlines portion. I think I might do this more often, but we'll see. We'll see. It's your boy Miss. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.